Hey, peace world. Thanks for pressing play on another Pay Me No Mind sports and entertainment video. My name is Wood. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you like the way any of the information is being discussed, presented, previewed, review, recap, analyzed, broken down, criticized. Hit the like button, leave a comment, share the video. I'm gonna keep it quick, man. I hope you take a moment this weekend to check out the new flick from Will Smith and his Overbrook Entertainment Squad. This is 2 in a few weeks now. If you go back to The Harder They Fall, which streamed on Netflix a few weeks back and was a huge success, a very dope project in my opinion. You'll see the name of James L. Lasseter, I think is the cat's name. It's been a long time business partner of Will Smith. I want to say, now I'm a teenager, you know, when the Fresh Prince, DJ, damn, I can't even think of his DJ, Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Back in the day when they were on the road and touring, I want to say that James Lasseter was like security, maybe. But anyway, it's his business partner now. You can see their names on all of the projects that, that Overbrook Entertainment has done throughout the years. Pursuit of Happyness being one. And I think this movie right here takes Will Smith back to kind of in that, puts him in that same vein of being desperate, of having a family to take care of wanting to be something, wanting to be somebody, wanting to be successful. And here he is portraying the father of two of the greatest athletes in American history. And I've said this numerous times on Pay Me No Mind that, we don't really give Serena Williams, we just don't put her on the level that she should be on, based on what she's done. A lot of us are not tennis fans. We're not avid tennis fans. And a lot, and the machinery didn't get all behind Serena in the way that they did for Tiger Woods over on the links. It is what it is. You can look into whatever sexism, black woman, racism, you throw whatever you want to look at it, whatever label you want to throw on it, it never happened. But Serena Williams is a savage. I mean, she's an ass kicker. I mean, she's phenomenal. Now she's stuck at 23 titles, I believe, Grand Slam titles, and is probably not going to be able to move to 24 at this point. But I digress. Let me get back into the movie, man. I think it was when you're dealing with the subject matter that the movie deals with, and how Richard Williams created the next two Michael Jordans in Venus and Serena, I think it was very it was a slam dunk. It was a can't miss. I like the way it was put together. I like the period of their lives that they chose to cover. It was great to see a black family, and even we could see that some stuff was going on, early with Oracene. And we know all of this stuff. We saw Oracene and Richard break up. We saw him get moved off of being the main coach, and we saw his role change, over the course of 10, 15, 20 years and whatnot. So we're so familiar with all of this. I just think it was very interesting to go back. I don't know if any of those events are realistic or real, with him getting the confrontation between the gang members or whatever, the young brothers in the neighborhood that threatened him and were talking disrespectful to his daughters in his presence. That's what we do. That's how we challenge one another. There's no respect a lot of times for women and children out here in the streets. So, like I said, I don't know if that was if that happened or not. I thought it was interesting, that Richard got tired of taking shit, you know, and he went to go get some revenge, get some payback after they jumped him and beat him down, and you know, had his gun to do it, and the brother got shot in a drive-by. And you know, it clicked to him like he was getting ready to throw his whole life away, and probably wouldn't have gotten the same. Let me not even go there. Let me not even go there. Too soon. Too soon. But like I said, man, I thought the movie was good. Again, it's very similar to when he was playing Christopher Darden. He had to get himself in these different rooms and only had a couple of seconds to convince somebody to do something for him. I think his attention or his efforts to, you know, this plan that he put together, you know, that this business plan that he wrote out, the fact that he wanted 2 more girls, you know, when I guess Oracene, I didn't know this until watching it, but I guess the 3 older daughters are not Richard's. That's from a previous situation and whatnot. But according to the whole story, he was looking at a tennis player back in the day get a check for 5 figures or 6 figures. And, you know, his whole plan was I need 2 daughters and I'm going to go do that. I'm going to build up my daughters to go get that money and be dominant in this game where we're not really represented, you know. And so it's just, to me, like I said, and he's not the most charismatic individual. He's not the most handsome. So he's just been this, you know, he cussed people out. He was difficult to deal with. I think John Barenthal as Rick Macy, the coach, the last coach that they had, I thought Barenthal played an excellent, he put in an excellent performance. His frustrations with Richard and his coaching of all of the players really was really spot on, in my opinion. The 2 girls that played, and I'm sorry I don't know their names, the 2 young actresses that played Venus and Serena, I thought they were phenomenal. Anjanou Ellis, I believe, fresh off of Lovecraft Country, I thought she was excellent. I liked the conflict between those 2. I've talked on here before about what's going on with the relationship between black men and black women. You know, these constant thoughts out here and discussions out here about strong masculinity, strong black women, the problem that creates, women doing too much, women competing with the man, all of this stuff. And I think here, you know, we see these 2 with a common goal, and her buying in to what Richard was trying to do. But at some points, Richard needed to be pulled back a little bit in how he was going about things or how he was trying to hold up progress. And I think that's hallmark. That's going to be a hallmark of any great team or any great union or bond is you got to know when to lead and know when to listen. And, you know, I thought that was dope how they showed, you know, when Richard got, I think his name is Tony Goldwyn, who played the president on Scandal. Paul, the coach, when he got the first coach, and he only agreed to coach Venus for free. And then Anjanou goes out, or Oracene goes out with Serena, and they're on the court doing some things and helping Serena come along. And you kind of get an idea of what fueled Serena. Like, and the conversation at the end that, because Serena doesn't have a lot of lines in this movie. She's always there, but she didn't really have a whole lot of lines. But as things started to take off for Venus when she got into the Bank of the West talent tournament at the end of the movie, in the final act, and she was out there staring at the court, and Richard goes over to her and tells her probably the greatest, if that speech right there is true, that's, you know, Hollywood, you probably can't write that. You know what I'm saying? For him to go to his daughter and tell her, you know, I know you've been in her shadow. and Venus is gonna be #1 in the world and yada yada yada. But you know what? You're gonna be the greatest of all time. I don't know if he meant it, if he really believed that, if he believed in his plan that he wrote out that much, that was gonna come to fruition in the manner that it did. I mean, but like I said, if he really had that speech with his daughter, even if he didn't believe it, to say it to his 10 or 12-year-old daughter, whatever she was at that time. I come from a situation where I never had anybody talk to me about my goals as an athlete. And, you know, my window or my ceiling as an athlete was the same as my basement floor, you know, so it's just very inspirational. Like I said, we've known all of this stuff throughout the years. Richard Williams was documenting a lot of this in his own special way with his do-it-your-DIY style, with his camera, his video camera. So to me, it's only natural that here, now that we're in the final stages of the career for both women, Venus and Serena, it's only natural now that he has the story, and I think it's just good money that that Will and his Overbrook Entertainment went out here and took this thing and developed it, and I think it's an excellent movie. I think I had some reservations about whether or not Will could pull off Richard. And that's the thing, you know, with people with when we go out here with our criticism on movies and whatnot. First of all, it's Will Smith's company. You know, I don't know what kind of budget they had or whatever, you know, but what bigger star could you have gotten to play Richard? But I'm just saying, everybody doesn't need to look exactly like the person that they're portraying. I know the big thing out here now with Europeans or England or UK, United Kingdom, people, brothers, blacks from the United Kingdom playing American characters. The brother David Oyelowo, who played Martin Luther King. We just had another European cat, I think, play Malcolm X in One Night in Miami. Obviously, Chairman Fred Hampton was played by Kaluuya from across the pond. Some people were upset that Zazie Beetz from The Harder They Fall, who played Stagecoach Mary, like she looked nothing like Stagecoach Mary. 4 weeks ago, did you even know anything about Stagecoach Mary? So, you know, it's what people want to make an issue out of stuff. I don't really have an issue. I think Will Smith did a pretty good job of capturing the mannerisms. You know, Richard Williams' speaking ability or his speech. But that, like I said, man, that's to get off of here. The amazing thing, the fascinating thing about this movie is just to think, you know, here's this guy with probably limited education, formal education. You know, he's from Shreveport, Louisiana, I believe. He went out here and with this plan that he sat here and put together, you know, to go do what he did. Probably won't be done again by anybody else. You know, probably won't be done again by another individual. White man, black man, Asian man, Indian man, whatever, you know. Nobody else is probably going to duplicate what Richard Williams did. So, shout out to him. And like I said, for all of it to culminate in a pretty good movie. You know, I don't know if this is going to garner all this type of Oscar buzz and my favorite movie ever, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was well done. And shout out to Will Smith and his team, him and James Lasseter. And let me get on off here. I hope you check the movie out. Peace.